Hello and good morning. We're in week 2. Today's Wednesday, quarter 3. And today's work should be right here at the bottom of the first page here. It says, what's the relationship? Notice that the lines are parallel. And I even say they're parallel. So what's the relationship between A and B? A and B is vertical. They are equal. How about C and E? C and E adds up to this line. This one plus this one is supplementary, Superman. They add up to 180. They are supplementary. How about B and E? B and E is same side interior. The lines are parallel. Therefore, these two right here also add up to 180. So B plus E is equal to 180 degrees, supplementary. How about B and C? These are alternating interior. The lines are parallel, so these are equal. C is equal to E. And there it is, and that's how you do it. Now, if you look at number 5, it says, if angle A is 2x minus 4, and I want you to write that in there, and angle C is 120, how much is x? Well, these are top. Those are equal. So you're going to say 2x minus 4 is equal to 120 degrees. You're going to add 4 to both sides and then divide by 2. Yesterday I said add and I ended up subtracting, but today is a new day, even though I write 125. Okay, so we're going to put 124 and we're going to split it in half. So I think that's going to be 62, but I'm not positive. So get your calculators out because you're going to need them today. 124 divided by 2 equals 62 is correct. And that's what x equals. All right, on a new sheet of paper, we're going to do right triangle similarity. And I want you to listen carefully to this because we're working our way up to special triangles and then trigonometry. So right now, get your calculator out. I want to see your calculators on your desk. If you don't have it today, you need to bring it tomorrow. You will lose points, okay, because you're supposed to have it every day. All right, so here's what we're doing. We're going to do this worksheet here. And to do this worksheet, I want you to draw a right triangle. Like this. Okay? And then I want you to draw an altitude from the right angle. So turn this to where this is the ground and then drop straight down. This altitude here is going to give us the mean, the geometric mean. Okay, and the way the mean works is like this. They're going to give you a number here, and they're going to give you a number here, and they're going to ask you to find this number here. Okay? Now there's something that I use, that I teach, that works, is called the track method. And I invented this a long time ago. So the track method is like this. It's like a heartbeat. Okay? So you're going to start here at either side, and then you're going to go up the altitude, and then down the altitude, and then to the right. Okay? That's how you're going to do this, and that's going to set up your equation for you. So what you're going to do is say 7 over x equals, and then you come down, x over 8. And this is called the geometric mean right here. These should be the same. So put geo mean. And you know the word mean means average. It's an average. Okay, and that's really all we need to know. If you want to look it up, you can. All right, so we're going to cross multiply. Go from bottom to top. So we get 56 is equal to x squared. Okay, so x is going to be the square root of 56. So you're going to take your calculator, clear it out, shift square root, and I get 7.5. And that's how you do the track method. And that's what we're doing today. Now, is there more to it? Yeah, there is. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But what I want you to do right now is work this problem. Then I'm going to have you discuss it with your neighbor. So draw a right triangle. Draw an altitude from the box, like this. I'm going to give you a number like 10 and 7, and then sometimes they give you this and you're looking for that piece right there, and that's okay. You can do that the same way using the track method. Okay, so in a minute I'm going to have you work with your neighbor and discuss this. All right, so right now I want you to work with your neighbor and set it up. All right, so you get to start at either end. Okay, I'm going to start up here. So I'm going to say 10 over 7 equals 7 over x. So write that down. 10 over 7 equals 7 over x. We're going to cross multiply here. We're going to get 10x is equal to 49. And then we're going to divide by 10 and get 4.9. And that's how you do it. And that's called the track method. All right. Now, let's work one more. I want you to draw this diagram right here. Okay, now notice that they give you the altitude is x. They give you this piece, which is 9. But here they give you the whole thing, which is 25. So what you got to do is subtract 25 minus 9, and that's going to be 16, I think it is. So put a 16 right here, and then do the track method. So watch again. You're going to start at either end here on the hypotenuse of the big triangle and put 16 over x equals x over 9. And that is the track method. And that's what we're doing. Okay? That's the whole front side of this page. You're going to cross multiply and get 16 times 9 is equal to x squared. And then x is going to be the square root of whatever 16 times 9 is. So 16 times 9, if you have to borrow your neighbor's calculator, borrow it. I get 144, and the square root of that is 12. And that's how you do it. That's how you do the whole front side. When you finish the front side, I will show you the back side. Okay? The back side here is they're looking for the geo mean. So you're going to set up a proportion like this. And these numbers are going to go in the first slot, okay, and the last slot. And then these get x's. And then you cross multiply and then take the square root. Okay? So this is the first slot and the fourth slot. First, second, third, fourth. First slot, fourth slot. Just like that. So 36 and 4 and then x and x. So you're looking for the geo mean. And the answers are down here for you to pick, and then you write some kind of a code down here. Some of you might like that. That's what we're doing today. All right, we're going to turn our attention now, since I taught you the track method, we're going to turn our attention to my MCR class. And so let's take a look. Okay, so MCR class, you had this one yesterday, and that's your bell work. Okay, so what you're going to do is first isolate this. So you're going to subtract 8 and divide by 3. So when you subtract 8 and divide by 3, you're still going to get negative 8x on this side is equal to. When you subtract 8, you get 72, I think that is, and then 72 divided by 3 is going to be 24. Now some kids are like, well, don't you change that to a positive? No, leave it the way it is. So put negative 8x is equal to 24, and then the other one you're going to put negative 8x is equal to a negative 24, and then you're going to divide by negative 8, and when you divide by negative 8, you're going to get a negative 3 here, and you're going to get a positive 3. And that's how you do it. Again, don't change that. All right, we're moving on to the next section, 7.3. And there's some things you have to pay attention to. Notice how, first of all, the inequality is not by itself. So what you want to do is add 2 to both sides. So you're going to get this. Okay? That's the first thing you're going to do. Now notice that the inequality is facing towards the absolute value. If it faces towards the absolute value, then what you're going to do is, see how this, look, see how this arrow points to the absolute value? Okay? We'll call this type 1. If it points towards it, you're going to squeeze this, and that's why I put it squeezed. 2x minus 3 is going to be squeezed in between a positive and a negative 9. A positive and a negative 9. And then you work it out. You add 3 to all 3 pieces, because now you have 3 pieces here. And then you divide by 2 to get rid of that 2. So when you do, you're going to get negative 6 divided by 2 is a negative 3. And then here you're going to get 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So the answer is going to be between a negative 3 and a positive 6. And you don't color the bubbles in because you don't have a line under here. There's no line under here. If there was a line under here, then you'd color it in. And there it is. So again, if it points towards it, it's a squeeze. Okay? This one points away. If it points away, it's going to be the same exact thing like this. And then you got to switch it and write the opposite. So you're going to put 5x minus 10 is less than a negative 20. Okay, switch the inequality and opposite. And then you work these out and you have your answers. Okay, today's work is right here. I gave you 2 examples. If you get stuck, I want you to ask. Have a good morning.